Hi everyone, I hope you all are fine and I welcome you all to my channel. So let's begin our journey of learning with numbers. So here you can see plenty of different topics on your screen so that we will cover all of them in detail. So the first very topic is counting. After that there is number names till billions. The third one is place value, then writing numbers in the standard and expanded form. After that, we will learn how to skip counting and then so on and so forth till the last topic, which is estimations. So there are exactly 16 different concepts that we will cover in this chapter, right? So one thing I will try and I pray if it works, that is to mention all of these concepts with their sequence and along with the timelines especially, so that will help you to directly switch or move on to the portion of work you'd like to watch and learn, right? Okay, so let's dive into these concepts. So let's start our first topic, which is counting. How to learn counting. This is especially for the toddlers or for the students who have just started their schooling, right? Okay, how to pronounce these digits? These all are the digits that you can see on the screen. These are called the digits. How we are going to pronounce them, right? So what is the first digit? Okay, let me just select some colors to highlight the things and increase the thickness of my ink size to 5. Okay, so what is this digit? This digit is 1, right? This digit is 1. After that, this digit is 2. Then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Okay, later on we will also learn what are the spellings of these digits. Just like 10, how we are going to write it in spellings in English, 10, and how we are going to pronounce it. Okay, that exactly we are learning right now here. So then after that 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, here is a trick I'm going to tell you. All you need to know is to learn from 1 to 20 exactly. And after that, if you focus, so this word 20, the sound of this digit is going to repeat every time in the next column, right, till their ninth sequence. 21, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and so on, 20, right? And the digits 1, 2, 3, you have already learned how to pronounce them in the first column, right? So then 20, after that 20, okay, 21 till, if we keep on moving down till 29, after that there is 30. And now in the next column you're going to repeat the sound of this digit, which is 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, right? Okay, let me just pronounce it fast and then we'll move on to the next section. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80. Next column is 80s. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. And the last column after that will reach up to 100. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. You can call it 100 or 100. Yay, bingo! So we have learned the counting from 1 to 100. So you have to keep on practicing these numbers, how to pronounce them, and make a schedule and do a practice on a daily basis that will help you learn these numbers with their pronunciations, right? Okay. Okay, one thing more also, focus on the thing that how actually they have been written. So if I say 15, so how you are going to write it in digit. So this is how exactly you are going to write it in digits. This is 15, right? Okay, moving on to the next portion. So the next concept is number names till billions. So here in this section we will learn how to spell these numbers, right? So here I have written already a list of these digits with their spellings so that we can learn their spellings as well. So 1 ONE 2 TWO2. So this is how you keep on learning these spellings. So again the same trick. So just I have told you previously, all you need to know is to learn these numbers from 1 to 20, and the same is the case with the spellings, right? So you should be familiar with the spellings from 1 to 20. 1 to 20, and after that you have to learn the spellings of these, the last row, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on, right? Now see why I'm telling you this. If I see, look here, 20, after that there's 21, so the 20 is going to repeat here, 20 and 1 here is already here. So 20 is here, we pick 20 from here, and we pick 1 from here, so it's 21. 22, 20 is already repeating, and 2 is from the first column, which is 2. 23, and so on, right? So this is easy. Okay, you need not to have to separately learn the spellings for each digit. So basically if you have learned 20, you have already learned the next 9 digits. Got it? Okay, here one thing I would like to mention, which is come on to the digit number 40. So look at the spellings of this number, which is 40. So many of the students make a mistakes, including myself when I was a child. So what I used to write the spellings of this number, which it is 40, FOURTY. So I took it from here. This is 4. So since I know that 4 is FOUR, so I simply put TY, which is an extension. That is a wrong extension. So you must be careful with the number 4 and with the number 40. It is actually FORTY. Got it? Okay, moving on to next. Here are the spellings from 41 till 70. Okay, then 71 till 100. And after that, if I say 101, so 100 is already there, and 1. So 1 we have already studied here, right? 110. 100 we already learned how to spell 100, and 10, this is TEN 10. Simple. So you can keep on moving 100, 200, 300, 400 till 1000. So 1000 is a new number, and we will learn how to write it in numeric way as well as how to spell it. Okay, so here is a list of few numbers that will help you to learn their numeric ways as well as their spellings. Okay, so if I say 1000, So it means once we covered this 1000, it means you have already known all the numbers before 1000 with their numeric representations as well as their spellings, right? So let's have a look on these digits now. Okay, change it. So here we have the names of the numbers. Here we have how many number of zeros that a particular number is carrying, and what exactly how to write those digits or numbers in their numeric representation, right? So 1, or we also name it as a unit. So if anyone says 1, it means 1. Okay, let me, here's a simple mistake, let me correct it. So this is 1 and this is 10. Okay, here we are done. Okay, so unit means 1, and unit or 1, how we write it? We write it this way. And there are how many number of zeros in 1? 0. There is no 0. See? Can you see any 0 here? No, there is no 0. 10. So we write number 10, T-E-N, 10. This is it in English. And this is how we write it in a numeric way, 1, 0, 10. And how many number of zeros are there? You can see here, 1, 0. Then we have 100. So this is how we write 100, and there are how many zeros? There are 2 zeros. You can see here. Then we have 1000. So this is the number 1000 or simply 1000. So there, this is how we write 1000 or 1000. And there are how many number of zeros? You can count it, 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 zeros. After that there is 10,000. So see, this is 10, this is how we write 10. And 1000, in 1000 we have 3 zeros, so write 3 zeros. 10,000. So in total we have how many number of zeros? 4 zeros, right? Then we have 100,000. So write 100 and write 1000. So for 1000 there are how many zeros? 3 zeros. So we have taken 3 zeros. There is no need to write 1 again, right? 1 we have already written, 1 at the start. So this is 100,000. And there are in total we have how many number of zeros? 5 zeros. And in a million we have how many number of zeros? We have 6 number of zeros. This is what you have to learn, right? So keep this as your hint and you'll never forget there are how many zeros in a million. And after that there is a number which is quite huge, billion. So there are how many zeros in a billion? There are 9 zeros in a billion. 3, 6 and 9. So in total we have 9 zeros in a billion. This is quite a huge number. So students must have to know the numbers up till billion at max. Here are a few more numbers that are even bigger than the billions. This is just for an extra information for the students who would like to know. Otherwise you can skip it. But up till billion, every student must know what a billion number is, right? So what we have afterwards are trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, octillion, nonillion, and decillion. So if you look at this number decillion, there are how many zeros? 33 zeros. So it will take you quite a couple of seconds to write, or maybe a minute to write 33 zeros. So just imagine how big value this is. And this is not just the and it keeps on moving. Okay, so if we summarize this section, so all we have to know the numbers up till billions, right? With their how to write them in English as well as how to what their numeric representations are. Because once you'll be grown up, you'll have to sign a checks, write checks, and in those checks you have to enter these values, their numeric values as well as their how to write their how to spell them and how to write them in English, right? So for so good. Okay, let's take an examples. Let's solve few examples here. So write numbers in words. Okay, so here is an exercise. Let's do it. Okay, I would suggest you to pause the video and solve it by yourself. And once you're done, after that, you can resume it to see whether we are matching with our answers or there is a certain clash in our answers. Right? Okay, let's begin. So the first number is, pronounce it. Yes, 3019 or simply 3019. So how we are going to spell them? 3, what are the spellings of 3? THREE. Then afterwards it is 1000. Okay, here if you'll ever get confused with whether this is 100 or 1000 or what numbers. So see, after 3 there are how many digits? 3 digits. And what was the number in which we were having a 3 zeros? Remember? Yes, it is 1000. Okay, let me give you another hint to solve the question. Another method, an easy way. Okay, whenever you get confused whether it is 1000 or 100,000 or 10,000 or 100, so here is a clue. Simple. Whatever the digit on your extreme right, just write 1 above it or below it. It's up to you. And after that, see there are how many digits? There are 3 digits, so put that number of zeros. So since there are 3 digits, I'm going to put 3 zeros. So what number I'll get? So this is 1000, right? So this is how you can also, this will help you in making you clear what exactly the number is, right? So this is 3000. So now remember, now recall the spellings of thousand. THOUSAND, 3000, a comma, and then is there any hundred? See, at the hundreds place there is nothing. There is nothing. It's already zero, right? So there is no hundred. So after that we'll have 1 and 9. So 1. So 1 and 9 will give you, this is 19. If you pronounce them collectively, so that is 19, right? 3019 or 3019. Both are correct ways of writing your answer. 19. So this is how you solve the question. Okay, now solve the second question quickly. Let's start. So we'll start it from here. So start putting the number of zeros above the digits. 0, 0, 0 and 0. And the last digit should be your 1, right? So now see there are how many zeros? There are 6 number of zeros. So what number will give you a 6 number of zeros? So that is a million, right? So this is 5 million. Okay, this is 5 million. Let's see. Yes, this is 5 million. After that we have 604,000. So after that there are three digits. So we put 3 zeros. 604,000. 604,000 and then 214, right? Okay, moving on to the next. So this is, start putting the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here is a tricky part. Okay, let's keep on adding the zeros. So for 2 it is 0, 0 and 0. Since in total we have 9 digits, so we put zeros. So there are 9 zeros. So we have already familiar with the number that is having 9 zeros, which is a billion. But this is a tricky part. So they are all zeros. Where is the number 1? See, all the numbers are having digit 1 at the start. But in this question, there is no digit because there is no digit in the original question, right? So in this case, what we have to do is we'll keep our number of zeros up till 6 digit, right? and this number will remain as it is. So this number will become 122 million, since there are six zeros in a million. So 122 million 500,020. So 122 million 500,020, right? Okay, moving on to the next number. Start putting the number of zeros. So which is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then we have 0, 0, 0. So we have 9 zeros. If we keep on adding 3 more zeros, but there is no one, the same thing. So we'll keep this number as it is. So the number here will be is 797 nine zeros. So what number will give you? Billion. So 797 billions, 313 million, 666,000 and 707. So this is how we are going to solve these numbers or pronounce these numbers, or to have an idea what exactly this number is, right? I hope you got the concept. Okay, moving on to our next concept, which is the place value. This is a very important concept. So shall we begin? Okay, now, okay, always keep in mind whenever we are going to, since we always write a number. Let's say I write a number 530. 530. So one thing you have noticed that I start writing it from the left side, and I end start ending writing the number on the right side, right? So our sequence of writing the number is from left to right. But whenever we are going to solve the place value, we always have to start it from the right side, and we keep on moving towards the left side. So this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. So the number on the place value on the extreme right side is unit or 1. After that it is 10, then 100, then 1000, then 10,000, then 100,000, then million, then 10 million, 100 million, and then billions, and so on. Right? So it is the same pattern that we have already studied and we have already learned. Okay, we'll do certain examples to make this concept clear. Okay, here we have certain examples. Okay, this is our first example. So this is the number is 73. So the number on your extreme right side, see on the extreme right side, it always started with the unit or 1. So this number is unit, and this number is 7, which is tens, right? So there are how many tens in this number 73? So there are 7 tens, since the place value of this digit is 7. So there are 7 tens and there are 3 ones, right? And what number? Okay, there 7 10 means what? 7 tens means 70, right? 7 tens, so it means 70. And plus there are how many ones? 3 ones, so just write 3. So this is how you'll get, if you add both of these two digits, you'll get 70 plus 3, which is equal to 73, right? Okay, now we have to write numbers of tens and ones. So, and okay, now there is a very little difference in these question statement. So in this case, they have asked right number of tens and ones, number of tens and ones, and in this case they asked directly write tens and ones. Okay, so 54. Here's a question 54. How many fives are there? How many tens are there, and how many ones are there? So there are 5 tens and there are 4 ones. So collectively we'll get 54. So in this case, since see this is units, this is tens, Now we have a third digit as well, so this is for the hundreds. So there are 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones, right? Okay, write tens and ones. So in this case, we have to directly write tens and ones. So there are how many tens? So there are 5 tens, which means 50. They did not ask us to write the number. There are how many tens. So this was the case in the previous question, right? So write tens. So there's 50 and plus ones are 4. So this is how it will become 50 plus 4. And in this case, it is 642. So hundreds will be 600 plus 40 and plus 2, right? I hope you got the concept. Okay, here is another example, which is write place value of the digit. So now we are going to solve place value of the digits. So here we have three different examples. I want you to pay attention. Now remember, okay, let me just paste that thing down again. Zoom it out. Okay, now see. So this is a question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I take it a very simple example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three different questions. Okay, now we have to, in the first question, we have to find out the place value of digit 5, right? Now apply the same strategy which I told you earlier. So the number 5, we have to find out its place value. So I'm going to write 1 above it. And now look, there are how many digits after 5? So there are two digits which are 6 and 7. So write two numbers of zeros. So what number it is? It is 100. So the place value of digit is 100, right? So place value is 100. So if you look over here, so this is 100. 1, 0, 0. So what number it is making? 100, and the place value of this digit is 100, right? Okay, so we shift that. Rather than typing it or writing it, I'm directly shifting it down just to save time. So the place value, so the place is 100 and the value of this number is 500, right? Collectively we name it as 500. So the place of this value, this digit, which is 5, is 100 and the place value is 500. Okay, moving on to the next question. We need to find out the place value of digit 3. First we find the place of this digit 3. So the place is write 1 above it, and there are how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. So write 4 zeros. Now what number it is? It is giving us a number 10,000. So the place value of, so the place of this digit is 10,000, and the value actually this digit is giving us 3. So just write 30,000. 3 and there are 4 zeros. So collectively it will give you 30,000, right? Okay, this is the value of the digit. Because of its position, because of the position the number is being placed. If this 3 is going to be placed here instead of 6, so then the value of this digit will become 3 and 0, 30, right? So that's why we name it as a place value. Focus on this word value. Okay, the next digit is 2. So write 1. There are how many digits after it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So write 5 zeros. So this, what number it is giving us? 100,000. So the place of this digit is 100,000 and the value this digit is giving us is, just write 2 here and number of zeros, 5 zeros. So what number we are having? 200,000, right? Okay, I hope you got the concept. Shall we move on to the next topic? Excuse me. Okay, the next is number in standard and expanded form. So now we are going to write the numbers in expanded form first. So here we have a number which is 600. Let me directly type it. So 687. So if you split this number, expanded form means we just need to split the numbers, expand it, right? So right now it is collectively written just a small number which is 687. We have to expand it just like we pronounce it, 600. So first I write 600, after that add it, plus 80. So write 80, and then 7. So see, when we pronounce it this way, 687, right? So this is how we write it. Okay, I want you to pause the video, solve the next two questions, and then come back, play it, and see whether our answers are same or not. Okay, let me just solve it. So this is 2000 plus 100 plus. Now see, there is no 10. At this place, it is a 0. So there is no 10, right? So we skip it, so we simply write it 3. So how we pronounce it? 2103. 2103. Next. So this is 300,000. Then we have 45, sorry, 300,000. Then we have 45,000. Or we can directly write it as 345,000. Then 100 plus 30 and plus 1, right? So here is okay, next question is to write the numbers in the standard form. Now the questions are written in the expanded form, we have to simply write it in the standard form. So how we are going to solve it? This is simple. 4,369. So just put a comma here. Okay, we are done. Next, 700,000. So just write 700,000, and after that, see, there are 5 digits here. Okay, there are 5 digits, so the next number is also carrying 5 digits. So see, at this place you simply put 6, right? Now the next digit is carrying 4 digits, so simply write 5 instead of this 0, because we'll take these 4 digits. Are you getting my point? The next number is 3 digits. Okay, let me change the color. The next number is 3 digit. So over here there must be, in the previous number there must be 3 zeros. So we'll just write 4 instead of this 0, right? And so on and so forth. Okay, so this is 700,000. After that, this is 700,000, and then we have 60, and then we have 5, then we have 4, 3, and 1. So it's 765,431. right? Next. So now it's 100,000 plus 20,000 plus 3,000. So see, all of these numbers are in thousands, so we can write them collectively, right? So there are three zeros, there are three zeros, there are three zeros. So we can write them collectively, so which is 123,000, right? Now, after that, there is no 100, there is no 10. There is simply 8. Because in 1000, we should write it this way. And the last digit, if you see, it is 8. So where should I write 8? So I should write 8 on the extreme right side because the place value of this digit is 1 or unit, right? So this is 8. So it's 123,008, right? Okay, moving on to the next concept, which is skip counting. So the first category is skip counting by 1. Okay. So just I'm going to draw one block. So 7. What comes after? So 7 we have to skip 1. So just 7, after 7 8. Let's write 8. 9. 9. After that 10. 10. After that 11. 11. Right? Now the next number is 29. So skip 1, which is after next number is 30. The next number is after skipping 1, 31. Then 32, and then we have 33. So we, in the last question, which is 73, we have to fill in the blanks, which is by skip counting by 1. 74, 75, 76, 77. Okay, now in this case we'll have skip counting by 2. So this is 49, we have to skip counting by 2. So I have drawn 2 blocks here. So 49, start counting after 49. 50, 51. So the next number is, so we skip two numbers, which is 50, 51. So write 51 here. Now start counting after 51. 52, 53. So write 53 here. Now start counting after 53. 54, 55. So write 55 here. Then next, start counting after 55, 56, and 57. So we reached on the number 57, right? And so on for this number, 117, skip it, and 118. Then 119, skip it, and then we'll have 120. The next number we are going to skip, which is 121, and reach on to 122. And at last we'll have 124. Excellent. Okay, the next we are having here skip counting by 3. So I'm going to draw 3 boxes here. So the first number is 74. So I am going to start counting after 74. 75, 76, 77. So we land on this box with the number 75, 76, 77. So it's 77. Then start counting after 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. Basically, we are repeating the times table of 3, but you're not familiar for now the times table of 3. We'll do it in our later classes once we'll do the multiplication. Alright? So 120, 121, 122, 123. 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129. Last digit is 132. Okay, now the next is skip counting by 7. You have to solve the same with the same pattern, these two questions. So let's solve it for now. So the track numbers you'll get. So basically what we are doing, add 7 in this number, we'll get the next number. So I'm going to solve it directly, which is 81, 88, and then after that 89, 90, and 95, and 102, right? So you can verify it by drawing the boxes and start counting. So now see, after 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. So this is the box. The number that is landing in this box, we have to write it in the blank, right? 81, and so on. 120, we have to skip it by 7. So the next number is 127. The next number is 134. See, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, right? Next, on a similar pattern, we'll get 141 and 148. I hope you got the concept. Okay, moving on to the next topic, which is counting backwards. So see, are you familiar with this chart? So we have learned these numbers at in the beginning of our session. So counting numbers, right? In the first topic. So now we have to, in the previous section, we have learned how to count these numbers in an increasing order, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now, in this case, we learn how to count the numbers backward, right? For example, I'm saying the number is 50. So what numbers comes before 50? So that is 49. Before 49, that is 48, right? So this is how we are learning the numbers in backward direction. Okay, so you must need to practice counting the numbers forward as well as backward, right? Okay, so now counting backward by 1. So what numbers come before 17? So that is 16. Excellent. 15. So what numbers comes before 15? 14. Yes. 13, 12, and then we have 11. What numbers comes? Okay, what is a number here so that the number before it is 42? Yes. Yes, you can give me the answer. Think on it. Okay, let me repeat the question. What is the number that you should write here so that its previous number is 42? So obviously the number that comes after 42 is a bigger number, right? So if you ever get confused, see, the pattern we are following here is 40s, right? So now this digit will tell us what number should be here. So that is a bigger number. So the number following from this number to this number is a smaller number, right? So the number greater than 2 is 3, and the number smaller than 3 is 2. That comes immediately before 3 is 2, right? So yes, 43, excellent. So the number 43, after that the number comes before 43 is 42, before 42 it's 41, then we have 40. What is a number that comes before 40? 29? No, think on it. Are you sure? Seriously? No, that is actually a 39, right? Okay, now we have to counting backwards by 2 or by skipping 2's, right? So since you have to draw the 2 blocks here, so 50. Now go backwards. So the numbers comes before 50, that is in 40's, right? So 49 and 48. So yes, we have 48. Then 46 is already there. The numbers comes before 46 by skipping 2, right? So we'll have 44. 42, 40 and so on. So the last digit we'll have is 38, right? Similarly, counting backwards by 3. So now if you got the concept, pause the video, solve the question and then come back, play it, and you can see what's happening here and you can compare your answers with these ones, right? Okay, go ahead. So 75, counting backwards by 3. So the number next we'll have is 72. After that 71, 70 and 69. After that we have a 68, 67 and 66. And then finally we have 63. Now counting backwards by 4. So you have to skip 4's, right? 4 values. So draw 4 boxes. This is just for your practice. Once you think you are good enough to solve them mentally in your head, so there's no need to draw these boxes and follow the procedure. Okay, you can solve it in your head and write the answers directly, right? This is in case if you still are having any doubts, so you can solve it this way. So in this way, there is a very minor chances to have an error, right? Okay, so counting backwards by 4. So 100 numbers comes before 100. Immediate number that comes before 100 is 99, then 98, 97, and 96. So write 96 here. Now again 95, 94, 93, and 92. Then 91, 90, 89, and 88. And then finally we'll have a number 82. So skip counting by 5. So now you know the procedures, everything you can solve it directly. So let's try to solve it directly, right? So 305. So the numbers comes before 305 with the skippings of 5. So that would be 300. Excellent. Shabash. After that we'll have 295, then 290, and then we'll have a number 200. And what number comes before 9? That is obviously 8, right? 8 is, so you'll have to, that is 89, 88, 87, 86, and 85, right? Okay, counting backwards by 10. So the starting number is 1000 by 10. So now think on it, solve it, and see what we will be having here. Okay, are you done? Okay, now see whether it's right or not. So the number that comes before 1000 with the skippings of 10, so that is 990. Then we have 980, 970, 960. Are you getting these answers? Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Okay, so here comes to an end of our lecture, which is lesson 1. Okay, so we'll start a lesson 2 in our next session. Up till then, take care of yourself, stay blessed, keep smiling, and see you after.